I love people, and everything what I do because of that. So today I'm here with the story, and I'm so happy that I can share the story with you. The story about Scrum Masters Guild. From nothing to, we will see. My name is Justyna Redzikowska. My friends call me Kęsik. I'm the Scrum Master and an Agile coach in Danone, from where the story came from. So it will be a case study. So let's check where it's begin. So why I call it Scrum Musters? I think it's a common story for plenty of companies who wanted to be agile. They wanted to be like others. So someone in the church decided, let's do a transformation, let's do agile transformation. And it was, in the beginning of the story, it was 1.5 years ago. So from today, it was 3.5 years ago. So transformation started, they changed the organizational structure, they put people, developers around the products, everything is okay, and they decided, okay, let's follow the Scrum framework at the beginning. Let's follow the Scrum framework. It means that we need product owners and Scrum Masters. So they came to the developers and they asked them, are you gonna be a Scrum Master? Would you like to try? Some of them said, no, but could you? They had to say yes. So we started in this situation that some of them were eager to develop themselves as a Scrum Masters, to get to know more. Some of them were asked because they needed someone in the team in this role. That was the understanding at that time. And at that time, I was hired, and my boss told me, those Scrum Masters need support. And I was happy because I love support. I love supporting people. I love building communities. I love making people work together. So cool thing for me. So I told to my boss, Igor, give me the list of the Scrum Masters and I'm in. And Igor told me, yeah. So we don't even know who is the Scrum Masters. We don't have the whole picture. And I was like, okay. Let's start. We will do something good with it. So here I'm to present to you my 5 beliefs about how to work with the communities, how I start the work. So my first belief is believing in the teamwork. So I started from looking for people who can join to me and start building this community. I knew that we have few Scrum Masters who are not developers. They used to be in the past, but they were hired to the company to support others, to teams in products, and they are fully dedicated to the role. So I collected them in one meeting, and I started building the foundations. So the foundation for me was to make us a team. All of us had other 2 teams to interact with. We were Scrum Masters in the teams, so we do it after in the spare time, we can say this, and to recognize it. There were talk today about that we would like to remove hierarchy, but we put the different names. So here we have the case. Our board had struggles to make difference between Scrum Masters, developers who are Scrum Masters who are full-time Scrum Masters, and me who are Scrum Master, but with dedicated focus to the rest of the Scrum Masters. So they pushed us to call us differently to make easier to understand where are our focus. So let's call the people Agile experts. So those Scrum Masters who are fully dedicated to the role. So we started from building a trust, and it can seems to be silly because we spend hours on talking about ourselves, about our past, future, but about what our hobbies, what we like, what we don't like, what are strong part of ourselves. And we had a luck. We meet each other in the common meeting, and you can see the socks. This is 6 of us, and this is I prepared those socks for people, and each pair of socks is dedicated to the different person based on the storage which they shared. And it's the small thing, but it connected us a little bit more, because we were not only Scrum Masters, we were also people. And because we are people, we see each other like human beings, we start to trust each others more. So it was a good point to start to find common meaning, why we can exist as a group, why we need to build this community of practice for other Scrum Masters, how to find ourselves there. And based on this, we built a vision for us. It's the point where we started. And the most important point was to find the rest of the Scrum Masters. So we spread people around our organization and we start looking for checking who is doing this role. So I can introduce our vision. We had two main focus. First of all, to support organization, improving, protecting what we already built, what the Agile coaches before us built in the company, and support other people in this Agile journey, Agile new ways of working, and in the same time help GTI. GTI is the name of this part of organization where we are based on, to keep going on Agile transformation. Why this is important? Because organizations do transformation because of the reason. They have some problems. And if we would like to support others, we need to connect those directions, because we are not there to make those people the best Scrum Masters in the world. We are there to help them, to help teams resolve the problems where the transformation started. So here is my second belief. I really believe in an individual approach. And some of the people can say it's the waste of time. You can do one common call and explain everything to all of the people. Just invite who want to join, they want, and who don't, who doesn't, so doesn't matter. But no, I really believe that individual connections are very important. I really dedicate time to people individually to get this connection, to make friends with them. And this is not because I believe that this friendship will help me in the future. It's because I really love people and I really need this connection with them. So keeping in mind this, I wanted to have this connection with our Scrum Masters around GTI. But the first question is, do they even need us? My boss told me they need support, but those people need it? They really feel that this is something to do with this Scrum Master job? We need to check it. So I wanted to check Scrum Masters with 3 questions. First of all, how do they feel with their role? Because some of them were asked to do this job. What problems do they have? Because it's not about solutions, it's about helping them in what they struggle with. And this is not a question about what the problems they have in the role. It's about the problems which they struggle on the daily basis. And I wanted to ask them, what do you need? Because maybe some of them have already solutions. And from the solution, I can go deeper to the reason why the person sees something as a solution. So having this, we start discovering, and we prepared a very simple Excel. Just put the names of the products, names of the product owners and Scrum Masters. And what is amazing for me, it's very easy tool, just Excel, but it's still very useful. It's the most useful document which we have in this area. And we realized then that we have 45 teams. So we have plenty of those Scrum Masters. And it's obvious that I cannot be in touch with all of those people on daily basis or on weekly basis, no matter. So we invented that it would be cool to start buddy system. Buddy system, most of the companies use it when someone new joined to the company, so someone from the team helped the person to start work. And we wanted to use the same system, but not for small part of the time, not for the beginning, but to be always someone who is like older sister, older brother for the Scrum Master, always eager to help, support with this connection. So we divided the Scrum Masters between us. At that time, it was only by names, okay? I will take people from Poland, you will take from France, because it will be easier, we can talk in the mother language. That was the system then. And we went to them, and thanks to this conversation, we discovered some important factors. We prepared our road mapping, and what is important here? We defined, based on the vision, our OKRs, what is our objectives and key results, and then our actions, which we would like to propose to people, or we would like to do, based on what we discover. I try to highlight mapping, because we try to show by example that it's iterative work. It's not the promise that we do all of the stuff there. and it's more detailed only in the beginning. So we try to show people that it will be inspection and adaptation. And this is only one of the rules for the road mapping. We have two more. The first is the always available and updated thing. So big corporations love presentations. I don't like it because it's always outdated. It's only updated for this one little moment when it's presented. And after 1 minute after the meeting, it's outdated. So we keep it on the Miro. And of course, sometimes someone removed me something from this by accident. But no matter, it's always updated and always available for people who are interested in. And our stakeholders are informed about each done task, each done user story. And we try to inspect and adapt after each quarter this road mapping. So with that, we came to the third belief. I believe in the power of connections. Not only my connections with people, my individual connections, but connections between people. I would like to meet others with each other and help them to build these connections like I have with agile experts, like I have with my Scrum buddies. So we invited people for the beginning, for the opening meeting, Scrum Musters Guild. And that was only one meeting where we invited all of the people, so 45 people in one room, Teams room. So you can imagine how many people ask questions. Almost nothing, because it's not the amount of people where you can interact. But we were there to introduce few things. We introduce, the first of all, road mapping. Guys, please, this is where we try to show you what we will do, and we would like to invite you to give us feedback, and in the future to join to also maybe be maybe doing something in this. The second thing, we introduced them the Scrum Buddies system because we had this in mind as agile experts, but we wanted them to give this knowledge that we are there to support. We are not your bosses, we are like you, we are also Scrum Masters. We just know a little bit more because we had some experience from previous companies. And we introduced them small forums, up to 5-6 people. We wanted them to keep together in small group to make these connections possible. And we introduced them Teams group chat, because if our bosses didn't know who is the Scrum Master, also those people didn't know about each other. So in details, our forums. With agile experts, we defined few common slots which works for us in different time zones. And we ask people, choose the forum for at least 6 months. So choose the date which will be accurate for you for the next 6 months. Please choose the forum where is the least amount of people from your product area, because we are divided. We are 500 people in 5 product areas. So if you can choose forum where is at least people from your place. And we told them that we will facilitate it in the beginning as agile experts, because if they stuck with something, and also we wanted to show them how they can use these kind of the meetings. And all of them were proposed because it was based on our Scrum one-on-one meetings, Scrum Buddies meetings with them. So here you can see one of the forums, and when I see this picture, I feel that after a year, I'm so happy, and I so like those people, and we really enjoyed this time together. And we had the story from another agile expert. Hugo came to me and said, Justyna, they do a better review than me. And I was like, Hugo, it's so beautiful, tell me more. So he said that one Scrum Master came to the forum and asked others, guys, I struggle so much with review because of that, and the rest start to exchanging information, how they try to do this. And during this conversation, this agile expert realized that, oh my God, those guys are better than me now. And this is so cool to see that your people thrive. And Teams chat. I told you that I will present things that works and didn't work. So Teams chat, from one hand, some people sometimes use it to share some stories. This is some Scrum Master who decided to share the story about his Scrum Master journey. And this is so cool. He made coffee break session, he invited people to hear his story. But from all of those people, only few liked, so we can see how many people interact with this. But to be honest, the forum is almost dead. It's still there, but it's not so useful. So we didn't resign with this idea, but we don't put focus on this. So I also believe in active listening. I'm not there for my ambitions. I'm there to support people. So I have to inspect and adapt and listen very carefully. So first of all, we have to be transparent. This is this bias that sometimes when we are leaders, when we provide something, we feel that we have to be right. But we said to ourselves that no, we have to be transparent. If we did something wrong, let's talk about this and what to use to talk with the things. We could make a session, but I don't believe in those sessions. Only few people interact. Only few people sometimes even join. So we again use our Scrum Buddy system. We go on one-on-one coffees because we do it sometimes. So we use the one-on-one coffees to collect insights, to collect feedback. Based on this feedback, we adjust the roadmap and we present it through the newsletter to the community of Scrum Masters and community of our GTI Agile journey. So here, during these coffees, we could hear the few very important things. First of all, that someone really listen us and implement what we need. Implement the roadmap and to our structure, what we change something. Someone understands me, how much effort it takes. Because developers who play the role of Scrum Master, they have colleagues who are developers. And if they need to do something else as a Scrum Master, they struggle because they are alone. And here, they have people who understand the same pain points. So it was very, very noticeable for them. I know other Scrum Masters, and it's easier to ask for help, to resolve some issues, to contact with each other, because if I know something, I can do something with it. If I don't know that I can use something, I never use it. And again, I told you about our struggles and you prioritize it for us. This was the situation because one coffee was with 3 of us, old Scrum Master and new Scrum Master, because 2 developers switch between each other. And the old one explained to new one, hey guy, you need to talk to them because I told about this and she prioritized it for us and now it works. So they really, really feel listened and not alone. So to sum up these coffee breaks, we could hear that they feel a sense of belonging. We didn't start from the community of practice, so to do another training, do the best Scrum, do anything else. We just start from listening to them and help them in their problems. So now we have them. We have this feel of a sense of belonging. So they started to come to us more often. They said, help us, because we have this and this problem. It will be useful to have this and this or that. And we exchange the knowledge and we start building the common knowledge base. We start to building useful tools, practices, and templates. And you can say, oh, this stuff is in the internet. Why you spend effort to build this? But the difference is that we build a page only with cases which are useful for our developers who play Scrum Master role. We don't put this to this page the whole internet. We're focused only on their problems. And other people start to engage. Cesar built the page because he liked to do this, and so cool, he came to help me. He built the page, and after the first round of feedback, he rebuilt the whole structure. And that was so cool because we built a small MVP. We realized that people can't navigate easily, so let's rebuild it. And he did it. And then some other Scrum Masters came to us, and then they said, train us. We struggle with do a good retrospective. Can we do a training about this? And then I'm more than happy, let's do this. So we do a set of sessions about Agile events because people really wanted this at that point. Not all of them, but some of them. And thanks to this, also some of the Scrum Masters joined to me. Monica and Lucas said, hey, can we be a trainer too? Can we be involved in this? Because we would like to develop ourselves in this. And I was, wow, so cool. It took me more time to prepare those trainings because I had to share the knowledge. But now I have 3 trainers who can spread this kind of the prepared training instead of only me and to be a bottleneck. And they also said that they would like to be informed not only about agile things, but about the product changes. They start to be really interested in what is around them because they feel that they can do something with it. So we built a newsletter, and at the first point, now it's looked very nice, but at the first point it was also MVP. It was plain text in the mail. I received a lot of feedbacks how awful it is. But one person, Scrum Master Juan, came to me and said, you know, I prepared few newsletters in my life. I can do it better. Would you like my help? And I said, of course, please. So he stepped in, and now our newsletters are readable and more people enjoy it. So here we can step in the last, my belief. It's belief in personal example of a leader. I believe that we cannot expect anything from people if we don't act like we want to people behave. So here I would like to inspire people by example, not only by my example, but also to share examples from others. So to do this, I made invitation for them to join to our road mapping. That to again explain and invite that this road mapping is our common thing. If you see something that you would like to join and be engaged in this, please. I'm so happy. I'm more than happy to encourage and to do it with you. And people start joining. Not all of them, but some of them, and at that point it's huge. We also start to spread credits for people and sharing inspirations. If some Scrum Master do something nice, change in the team, and it helps to resolve something, we try to describe the story and spread through the newsletter to the whole community in GTI. So one of the stories from here. One day, Gala came to me and she said, I want to know what her team think about her Scrum Master work. And I thought, wow, it's so cool. She not only wants to be better in what she's doing and by learning and implementing different things to resolve the problems, but she also would like to collect the feedback to her additional role. And because she wants to do this, it's not like, oh, I'm waiting for my manager once a year when the manager tells me what I do good and what I'm bad at. And that was brilliant. So I asked Gala a few questions, and she prepared something what is useful for her. And the second step, she started this, and she asked me, Justyna, can I put it on the page? Can I put it for the rest of the Scrum Masters? And I said, yes, please. So we have the forms, and it doesn't matter what is in this form because each Scrum Master can use it differently, but at least they have some starting point and they have inspiration that someone wants the feedback from the team so they can inspire others. And as I said, we have this newsletter with credits, and we try to highlight, oh, those people learned this, you can ask them about this, these people resolve this problem by doing this, you can go and use it. So I try as much as I can connect people. And this is a brilliant story because sometimes I need to start by helping some individual Scrum Master with do something or some other Agile expert. And then if I know that something happened and another Scrum Master came to me and asked about the same question, I said, okay, cool, but Pavel just did this before you, so maybe you connect each other and do something together. He can teach you. And in this case, knowledge spread even faster. So here we are. And the last point, okay, not conferences. So let's sum up these few ingredients. I have 3 factors to highlight. The first, leadership role. The second, interactions with people, and tools and practices. So what works for us and what is worth to highlight. About leadership role, it's these 5 beliefs that I strongly believe in teamwork, in individual approach, if these connections with people, and we really need to spend time on it. It's not fast and it's not easy, and it requires a lot of work from me in the beginning, but I truly believe it works, because it's not the first community which I built. and active listening to inspect and adapt because I'm there for them. And the fifth, personal example. But above all of them, I really believe that it's so important to have meaning of what we do. It's not the task from my boss who told me they need support, do something with it. I really believe why I do this, what is my personal mission in this. Because if I have people who only partially are focused on this, I need to repeat plenty of times the aims, the idea, the vision, even for the agile experts, experienced Scrum Masters. And this is not because they don't listen to me. It's not because they are stupid. This is because they are focused on their products, on their teams, and we do it additionally. So if I really feel something, I'm not angry or anything that they repeat the same questions. I'm happy that they are interested in and they really would like to be connected to the idea. The second factor, interactions with people. So again, very important to highlight, adapt to what Scrum Masters need. Focus on value for them, to help them to resolve the problems, not to implement the perfect Scrum, not to implement Scrum Masters Guild or any other thing which my boss told me. I really want to support them, so I need to understand them. And I need to put focus on 3 ingredients, if they feel connected, included, and safe. So we use it, the Scrum Buddy one-on-one coffees, but it's important always to check and ask to ourselves this question. If all of them feel like that, not as a group, not majority of them, but those individuals. And it's lesson learned very important for me from this topic, because we spend on this only part-time, we have to be so strongly focused on MVP of our ideas to bring value quickly. Because if the people need to wait months for something because we don't have so much time to prepare anything, we lose focus on this. They need to feel. And it's a very nice lesson, which we can then implement also to our products. But with product, it's a little bit easier because we have daily job with the team. And the last factor, tools and practices. So what is worth, from my perspective, to highlight and to recommend? So the solutions have to be easy and natural to join. So natural to join for those Scrum Masters who would like to make engage. So small groups with experts, and we also use it to spread informations. Of course, we can believe if we send emails, everyone will read it, but it's not the case. So we try to have this connection and use these small forums to also spread informations. We have the dedicated body. I sometimes remind to agile experts, how much time what was the last time when you talk with your Scrum buddies one-on-one? So let's do this, let's keep this connection. And the third thing, newsletter. Newsletter is more useful for people around us. So many product owners started to come to me and say, thank you, now I understand what we can do more, how we can inspire from others. And the fourth thing, always refers to one common knowledge base. At the beginning, we start to have different things based on what the people think in different places. And when the new Scrum Master joined, or some developer decided to play the role of a Scrum Master, I had a meeting. I tried to explain him, oh, this is here, this is here, this is here. And if I had to focus where the things are, I could be sure that no one can follow it. So we put effort to put everything in one common and useful knowledge base. So this is the checklist for the records. So if someone would like to do a print screen, that's the perfect moment. And to sum up, now we are on the phase when we are one for all for one. Of course, we have some expectation. Great. In the beginning of the talk, I stuck. So I truly believe that I do this because out of a desire to support them in their problems. I don't do this because I would like to make the best Scrum Masters in the world. I would like really to support them. And additionally, I don't expect anything in return. I do it truly for them. So thank you very much, and I hope that you find some inspirations for your communities.